What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 75, the big Vince Wilfork episode of Tuck Rule Takes. With me, as always, Al is here, Liam's here, I am here, I am Mike. We're here to talk Patriots. Some interesting things going on in the world of New England. Players not on the team, players with the team, coaches saying things, check my resume, basically,
people
things
talking
like that. But before we jump into it, I want to ask Liam, how's it going? Since Al is eating right now. He has had a busy day. He molds young minds. He's got 18 podcasts he records, so he's chowing down some Chipotle. So while he swallows that, hey, Liam, what's up, buddy? How's it going? How's your day going so far? How's your week?
It's been a slow build. I went on a ferocious 3-day bender this weekend, culminating in a trip to Portland, Maine, and ending at the Celtics game on Sunday. So this entire week has just been building myself back up to normal and fighting off the craving to drink more alcohol. It's a tough go, but I'm powering through, and being able to sit down and talk about the Patriots and whatnot is a good way for me to outlet myself here.
There we go, Al. How's
As
it
I
going
drink
over
my
there?
extra large.
I know. I saw it. You need something, some sort of ice. Al, what's up?
Oh, of course.
Listen, when you deal with kids all day, and then you come home, and then you have to record a podcast before this great podcast, you got to make sure that you get your carbohydrates in, your proteins. Got to make sure that you eat somewhat healthy. That's why I got Chipotle.
Are you the sponsored athlete for Chipotle?
I would love a sponsorship from Chipotle. We should work on that. Get a sponsorship for all three of us.
We could try and figure that out. I love their barbacoa. I would eat that shit with my hands like a wild animal.
Brother, barbacoa here.
My man.
I
did go to Five Guys, actually. The Five Guys right near your house, Al. I went there for the first time in years. I went there Friday. I was like, oh, shit, I'm right by Al's house. Dug into a tasty burger.
Thanks for texting me and saying I'm right around the corner,
Yeah, you were at school, so I wasn't going to bother you.
You were at school.
You can still going to text me. I would have been like, yeah, I'm sick. Can I go home? No, I can't do that. That would be
I literally drove by your road. I was like, I should text Al. And then obviously I was driving and got distracted. But
I haven't had Five Guys in so long. I just remember eating it and just saying like it definitely lived up to the hype. But I also understand why people say that the fries are like really the number one thing there. But
well, you know what it is.
So long ago though, so I don't know. They made it like it. I may be giving it a disservice. I need to try it again.
But you know what it is?
It's a $10 burger, so it's like you got to take it with a grain of salt.
It's got to be
with the fries. They fill the bag. They fill it like overkill it with like a small fry.
That's what I'm saying.
I do remember that.
Phenomenal.
And their milkshakes are actually pretty good too. Like their cookies and cream milkshake is really, really good.
I have not had milkshakes from there. I used to live right down the street from a Sonic, which is the worst thing because Sonics, there's not many Sonics up north, up in New England, but down here, they are everywhere. And let me tell you, do not live near a Sonic. Just don't.
There's one 7 minutes from my house, so I know.
Yeah. No, you'll go there too much. You'll get too many milkshakes. Yep. You'll be like, oh, I got to try this one. I got to try this one. Then before you know it, you got milkshake titties. And it's
funny you say that.
It's not fun.
I was in California 3 weeks ago. Went there. Only thing I got was a milkshake. I was like, this is all I need.
They're so good. They're so good. Everything's good. Like it's nothing crazy, but it's just it's good shit.
It's an above average shake.
I didn't eat yet. All right. So we are what do you guys want to talk about? I think we should. I mean, there's a couple things we can talk about, but we might as well get into it. Lamar Jackson went on his little tweet spree yesterday, saying that he did request a trade March 2nd, basically saying things that we all assumed, that he wasn't happy in Baltimore. They weren't willing to pay him whatever it was, even though his demands are kind of all over the place. People are saying there are demands, there aren't demands. We don't know. But Bottom line is he wants out of Baltimore. All signs point to him being out of Baltimore, unless you're John Harbaugh, who's like, as far as we know, we're operating like he's going to come back. Bro, he's gone. He's fucking gone. Like you are, you're going to start the season with who's their backup? Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
Well, he's a
Pro Bowler. Tyler
Pro
Huntley
Bowler.
To you, sir.
Yeah, that
please.
was wild.
Put some respect on that man's name.
I don't know where you guys want to start with him, but I'll just kind of throw out the first topic starter out there. I do not want Lamar Jackson on the Patriots.
Okay.
I mean,
Not
first
at
of all,
Right
let's
now.
start with, can we realistically imagine this? Like, if
Yes.
really,
No.
Yes.
because in my history
I'll-
of Bill Belichick going to get big guys, it's never this monumental, and it certainly wouldn't be the high risk that Lamar Jackson carries. So I can't see it. I don't even humor the idea.
Okay. So
Al,
so I've been
he
thinking
said
about this.
yes,
I've been thinking about this all day.
Mhm.
fantasizing about it.
This would be a win-win for the Patriots either way. Because if you got Lamar Jackson, you got an NFL MVP,
Yep.
you got a guy that is still in his prime. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Trust me,
Cam
Hey,
Newton
hey,
was
hey.
an MVP.
I think
I'm
he's a
sorry.
baller.
Go get your
Hold on.
point. Get your
Let
point
the
out. I'm
record
sorry.
show
Go for it.
I love Lamar Jackson.
Let
But
the
let's
record show
also,
I do
Mike,
not.
Mike, I'm going to shut down your point right with this point right here. Cam Newton was on the
I didn't make a
backside
point.
of his career. He was. I mean, let's face it, he couldn't throw the ball.
Come on.
Lamar Jackson can still throw
We're
the ball.
going here right now.
We
I
will
mean,
agree
gonna
on that.
We're going to
I mean,
compare
agree on
Lamar
that.
Jackson to
Oh,
Cam
Jesus.
Newton.
I'm talking about where
There
Lamar
is no
Jackson is
comparison.
at
You're
his
correct.
point in his career
Yeah.
right now,
Cam Newton's
and
head
where
and
Cam
shoulders
Newton
better
is in
than
his
Lamar
career.
Jackson. Okay.
Okay, that's you can't dispute that. It's where they are in their
I
careers
mean,
right now.
Yeah, it's different.
Okay,
Well, Cam Newton doesn't have a career right now, so
Go fuck
he's
yourself.
not
How
playing
about
in the
that?
NFL, but he's not.
I'm sorry, Al. Finish
So-
finish
no, you're good, you're
your
good.
opening.
I feel like Al just brought this point up just to spite me, and that he
Just
he
to
doesn't
talk
even.
shit.
Yeah, he
Just
just
Liam,
wants to be like Cam
Liam,
sucks.
Liam, can I tell you something?
Yeah,
I love you, and you know
I know you
this.
do. I know you do.
You
But
know
I think you want to grind my gears here. You're
No,
like,
I really don't.
How can I stir Liam's pot?
No,
Let's
I
bring in
really
Cam
don't.
Newton.
I'm looking at this from two perspectives. I'm looking at it. If you add him, you add the caliber player that Lamar Jackson is.
Yep.
But if you don't add him and you stick with Mac Jones, which I'm going to give a little insider information here. I had Andrew Callahan of the Boston Herald on my podcast, Legends Lingo. He came flat out and said he thinks Mac Jones is going to be the quarterback in 2023 because the contract doesn't work. And I agree with him. So now you have Mac Jones on a team-friendly deal, and you can continue to build toward the future and continue to build toward a good caliber playoff roster. You've added Bill O'Brien, added Adrian Clem, added Mike Gesicki, Juju Smith-Schuster, James Robinson to that offense.
Some of those aren't an improvement, but that's okay.
And they still are in talks, according to Greg Bedard, are still in talks with DeAndre Hopkins and Jerry Jeudy. That's the key. Because then you add that piece into the offense with an accurate quarterback like Mac Jones, then the offense can be somewhere and it can be competitive in 2023. So that's my opening take on Lamar.
So let's just, I mean, we'll get into like kind of realistically what it would take to get him and everything, you know, the players you would have to likely cut, get rid of, move on from, whatever, maybe extend people, whatever, but you're going to have to move on from a lot of people. But let's just kind of just for the sake of I guess just for the sake of having an entertaining podcast here. Let's just say that they somehow make it work. They free up the space. They cut whoever. Again, realistically, we'll talk about the repercussions of who they cut or whatever as we get into it, if we want to do that. But let's just say they can get him. Let's say whatever happens. Do you guys want Lamar Jackson on this team? Because I'll tell you, Al, you brought up the fact that he won the MVP in 2019. Great. That's awesome. 2019, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
In that time, he's missed 10 games the last 2 years, one playoff game. The dude has the shits for some reason in the middle of a game and then doesn't come back. Who knows what's going on there? I don't know.
Paul Pierce had the
Pussy
shits
Bowel.
and won us a final. So,
And he came back. So, like, Lamar Jackson
but I'm just
didn't.
saying,
I don't know.
it wouldn't be a first for Boston athletes to have the
That's
shits.
true,
Let's not jump right out here and say that that's a condemning thing.
The shit town. That's what we are.
It is.
But it's in the way he plays. I know he's electric. He makes all the crazy plays, everything like that. But when did we start talking about Lamar Jackson like he was fucking prime Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or even Josh Allen, who can actually go out there and kind of win you get like don't get me wrong, different type of players, all four of the players I just mentioned, including Lamar Jackson. But we're talking about Lamar Jackson, like, and you hear fucking Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp talk about him, and it's like, you get Lamar Jackson, and all of a sudden you have this Super Bowl contending team. Lamar Jackson is 1-3 in the playoffs. He has one more win than Mac Jones. Granted, he's played in 3 more playoff games than Mac Jones. I understand that, but he has one more playoff win than your current quarterback does on the Patriots, Mac Jones. why are we talking about Lamar Jackson? Like, you're going to get him and he's going to, shoot you to the stars and he's going to, bring you to the Super Bowl and all that. He's electric. It's great. But I'm pretty sure everybody has had moments where whenever there's a Ravens game on, you see it and you see throws that it's just like, what is he throwing to? Yeah, sure. He can chuck the ball deep. That's awesome. You know who else can do that? What's his name? I'll just throw Phillip Rivers could chuck the ball deep too.
Damn right.
But it's just like you're talking about players who can just throw the ball really, really far. And granted, he has a cannon. Yes, he has a stronger arm than Mac, if you want to say that. But I have not seen many pure throws and I've watched a shit ton of fucking film on him because I sound like I'm some sort of
Analyst,
fucking coach.
Yeah,
basically just tweet compilations and YouTube videos. I have not seen many throws that Lamar Jackson has made that Mac Jones can't make or that we haven't seen him make. I am not saying that Mac Jones is better than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has much more talent than Mac Jones. I feel like that shouldn't be a hot take. If people are actually arguing that, kind of silly. But why are you mortgaging giving him $200 million, the majority guaranteed, getting rid of players?
I think it's two different things, though. Hold on here. So, like, yes,
jump in.
If you get Lamar Jackson, let's play the game because I love Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
it'd be fucking awesome. You trade Mac Jones, you cut Hunter Henry, you do all that you have to do, and there would be a lot.
Happy at the cross.
Yep, exactly. Which we can do that now without getting Lamar Jackson. I'm not opposed to ruling that option out, so we can get to that later. When you say you don't know where these projections come from, that he will completely change this team and give us a dynamic regular season performance and then take us to a Super Bowl, two completely different takes. I certainly don't think in this hypothetical situation he would be taking us to the Super Bowl. Like you said, he's 1-3. He has shown nothing in the playoffs that he will do that, let alone be healthy. If you can guarantee me he'll be healthy for the playoffs, that makes it interesting. I'd give the Patriots a 40% chance, but it's not very likely, and I think 40% is a little generous. You can guarantee an exciting regular season, though, where he throws 5 touchdowns on 17 passes, runs for another one, has another game where he rushes for almost 200 yards as a quarterback. Like, you can guarantee it'll be a dynamic regular season. Injury pending, but even still, this past season, he missed the whole end of it. He started out on fire. He was an MVP favorite for the first 5 weeks, something like that. And then it all fell apart. He's sick. He can throw the ball. He can do everything. I really love Lamar Jackson. But when I heard Skip and Shannon talking about how they're Super Bowl contenders and whatnot, no, that's just, you're caught up in the hype. You're a little too dramatic there. I think it was Skip that had the Super Bowl take, and Shannon was like, no, they wouldn't do that. But, yeah, no, I think they're two completely different things. It'd be interesting. Obviously, I don't think they have a Super Bowl chance. But if in this hypothetical, I love the idea. It's certainly fucking interesting. But then he doesn't have weapons because we cut Hunter Henry, so he doesn't have a great tight end.
Devontae Parker.
You'd
have to cut him.
No Devontae Parker, and then we'd have Mike Gesicki for 1 year. What's Lamar Jackson going to do in his second year? Fucking nothing. He won't have a tight end to throw to, which has been his only option in Baltimore. And I don't think Lamar, granted, he doesn't have wide receivers right now, but he's not going to have dynamic passing performances with Kendrick Bourne, Boo Boo Smith, Bummer, and fucking any of the other receivers that they got going on out there.
As your other guy out there?
And Tyquan Thornton, that's not going to be a Lamar Jackson dynamic performance. They obviously don't have barn burners on the Ravens, but
Lamar Jackson being in, I'll throw it right to you. I see again, you're stuff in your face. Busy man, guys. Very busy man.
Dedicated to the grind.
I'm just gonna keep talking shit to you. That's all it is. But yeah,
because you can't talk back.
You know what that reminds me of? Yeah, this team will be exciting or whatever. The Celtics of years of old, where it's like they'll have a really fun and exciting season, and then they either don't make the playoffs or they make it and they get fucking trounced. And it's like, but guess what, guys? But guess what? Not like this year or last year.
No, I know. Are you saying from 2013 to 2017, where they were in the Paul George hunt and the Jimmy Butler trade value, and they were talking about trading for all these guys?
Those times line up. Or
yeah, so stuff like that.
I'm just picking them because it's a hometown team. You can pretty
Yeah,
much go into
but no,
any team.
I think that's a good analogy, though, where it's like, if we
where
got Paul George, we'd be a finals. No, probably
it,
not.
and it's like, when you do have, the players, when the Celtics had, Kemba Walker, whoever, and it was like, yeah, it's going to be a fun year. You had the games are fun. The games are entertaining and all that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, you either miss the playoffs or you get bounced. That's what I see happening with Lamar Jackson. I don't give a fuck about highlight plays.
You don't like Lamar Jackson, though.
No, I do not like it. Nobody, no.
So.
And the thing is, I don't like him. I can appreciate that he is extremely talented, extremely skilled.
I mean, how can you not watch a 70-yard run from him and then be blown away? Like,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Those run like the run he had against the Patriots where he juked out like 8 people and scored. But
saw that
what
in
happened?
person.
But what happens? The Ravens get bounced in the first round, or they don't make the playoff. I don't give a shit about highlight. I don't watch Sports Center. I don't watch Patriots games to be like, oh my God, did you see that crazy run from Cam Newton? Oh yeah, the team still lost 35-7.
We're looking for success. I know what you mean.
So like, since when did it become like, let's get the guy? And I think you can kind of tie this into why people dislike Mac Jones and why people want to move on from him so much. He's not exciting. And he's not at a Tom Brady level where, because I know people like, oh, well, Patriots fans watched Tom Brady for 20 years and he wasn't exciting. Yeah, but Tom Brady was Tom Brady. Tom Brady's first year, he won a Super Bowl. Like, I think it's just Patriots fans want to either have that boring quarterback that's great, or they see the Justin Fields. They see the, what's his name? I can't think of his name. The guy from Philly.
Jalen Hurts, baby.
Jalen Hurts. They see Jalen Hurts. They see those. They even see Kyler Murray, little pipsqueak running around. They're like, I want exciting guys. It's like exciting
we're a
things
franchise starved for an athletic quarterback. Like you said, all we've had is dink and dunks for the last 20 years.
Fucking.
So we're like,
Tom Brady running like an injured horse.
Here. It's starvation for the unknown, and then you'll get the unknown and go, wow. Why don't we get a pocket quarterback? And you're like, well, that's what you had, you dipshit. And then you moved on to an athlete.
God, and Al, I'm gonna let you jump in, but it's just, and I also want this to lead. All these idiots are gonna run Mac Jones out of town. You don't think that Mac Jones is seeing this? And I'm not saying that Mac Jones is this soft player, but you can only see the fan base pine for other quarterbacks so much. Oh yeah, he doesn't like to be coached, but you can only see your human nature kicks in when you're like, your contract's coming up and it's like, why the fuck would I want to stay here? You got you got fans wanting Bailey Zappi. You got people wanting to go get Derek fucking Carr. And now Lamar Jackson, Grant, I know he's good, but like, you can't, but so I don't know, Al, there's so many different layers and nuance and ways that you can kind of go at this. Mm-hmm. What you've been listening to me bitch for a little bit, and Liam actually have some good points while I'm just going off.
I always have good points.
You do. Al, what's
I always
up?
Make sense.
Al, by the way, our local Mac Jones hater. What say you?
Please.
Did you not think that I was going to bring that up? Did you not think that
I
was going to bring that up?
I accept it by now, but you're a piece of shit. But anyway,
accept the truth. You accept the truth.
That's okay. So, anyways, which comment were you laughing at, Liam?
You.
Oh, laughing at me calling him a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I loved Mike.
I thought Liam was laughing at Cam Newton's Patriots tenure. My bad.
Now see, you think I throw shots, but he's the one that's throwing the shots. And I'm
fucking ready today.
I hope you're taking the notes.
I'm prickly today. I am the puffer fish that is puffed up with the spikes out. So I'm ready. Anybody
is that why the New England at your shirt is puffing out a little bit there, bud?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm just checking. Exactly. I'm just making sure. I'm looking out for your health. No, but this Lamar Jackson situation, right? It's fun to fantasize about.
It is.
And with Mac Jones, people are so, I don't want to say two-faced, because two-faced isn't the right word, but they want things both ways. When Cam Newton was run out of town, and Liam, I want you to hear this before you like sulk and everything. Hold on. Listen to me. People were like, oh, Mac Jones beat out Cam Newton. There were circumstances that, yes, Mac Jones was the quarterback for the Patriots in 2021. When he had a good OC, and he was able to just play the game and play it to an actual okay ability, Patriots make the playoffs. Then the next year, Bill tries to get cute, and it's like, okay, we're going to have Matt Patricia run the offense. and Joe Judge run the offense. And it was an abomination. A lot of just a lot of miscommunications on offense, a lot of drives that were dead before they even started. Now you come into this year, it's like, okay, got Billy O'Brien, who's going to do big things. Andrew Callahan, Boston Herald, thinks that he's going to do big things, and I'm going to take his word for it. You bring in these talented players around him. You give him a third year. People want instant gratification because they did bad. It's like, oh, see, Mac's not the guy. See, he sucks.
So you're saying the fans are two-faced because they were all in on the first year and then they were on the boat in the first year and off the boat in the second year.
Exactly.
And now they're already okay. Yeah. Okay, now I get what you're saying.
Yeah, now you got me. We got there. And the thing is like, okay, if you have one good year in year one, you have a bad year in year two, wouldn't you want to give him a third year to just see, okay, is this guy for real?
Yeah.
Or did he just have a magical first year and he really sucks?
Yeah.
Because
22 touchdowns and 13 interceptions in your first year, and you're just willing to drop that? I'm like, hold on a second.
Playoffs, Pro Bowl?
Yeah, playoffs.
And the thing is, right?
Playoffs.
If he has a bad third year, we can say, okay, it's time to have the discussion of moving on. And that's what I have said to everybody that I've talked to about this. I've said
we are all for that. I think all three of us are very much on.
It might be one of the few things we all agree on.
Right. Like why? And they're like, why are you giving Mac a third year? He sucks. He can't read a defense. He overthrows his receivers. Blah, 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 blah. It's like,
so does Lamar Jackson.
He had instances. Every quarterback does it. Every quarterback has bad reads. Every quarterback overthrows receivers. Especially, Cam Newton just throws it at their feet. But anyways, so I'm just saying. But anyways.
Would you rather short throw it or high throw it? Maybe Cam Newton's onto something.
Yep. Hey, my favorite quarterback
Mike,
used to short arm it all the time.
Bad decision by you. That was a bad
my favorite quarterback used to short arm it all the time. I don't mind. They called him Skip McNabb for a reason.
But Mac Jones should be given a fair chance in year 3. He needs to be given that chance. Let him prove it. Let him go out. Because now there's no excuses. He has the OC. They're going out and getting him weapons. And especially if they get Hopkins or Jeudy, then it's like, all right, Mac, we've given you everything you need. Now you got to go out and perform. Now you have no excuse. And then
this is the same old thing that we've seen from every franchise ever, where it's like, let's just play Madden in the offseason. Let's go get Lamar Jackson. Let's get Aaron Rodgers. Back when we had Tom Brady, it was like, we would do it for wide receivers. Who's the best wide receiver?
Alvin Johnson.
Let's go get him.
Larry Fitzgerald. Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald. Every offseason.
Every year.
Every single one.
Year. It should have been Larry. #
I remember
Larry
Greg Jennings was in there one year. Like, we were just trying to get everyone. People just want to play Madden. It's like, dude, be content with what you have. Like, if you're going to try and play Madden with something, do it for somebody who seems halfway realistic, like a DeAndre Hopkins or a Jerry Jeudy that we're actually connected to. Hell, even stretch it to Keenan Allen if you want to make up some shit that he's not happy in San Diego or wherever they relocated to.
Seems like a lot of people aren't happy there. You got Austin Eckler wanting to agree.
I mean, they never win shit, and they're always 500, so, like, I'd want out of there too. But stuff like that, like, it's just it's the desire for something you can't have. Like, of course you want the best guy in the league. We all want Patrick Mahomes. It's not going to fucking happen, but, like, every offseason somebody will be like, wow, Patrick Mahomes would be so much better in this offense. Well, yeah, probably. But it's like, just be realistic. People are too quick to want the best or the most exciting. And it's like, I don't know. It's just so unrealistic and annoying to me. It's like, yeah, if we could play the hypothetical game all day. Like,
it also doesn't help too that the Dolphins are better. I'm not saying they're like world beaters, but they are better than what they were 5 years ago. They're better.
Oh, yeah.
The Bills are better. And the Jets are better.
East
is better as a whole. And that's part of the problem is that Patriots fans are so used to going forward to 5-1, maybe even 6-0 in the division. So then it's like, okay, we got to win 4 or 5 games outside of the division just to get to 11-5. And then we're talking at least a 3 seed in the playoffs. That's part of the problem too.
That's not realistic
Creates
anymore,
a lot
which
of
I think
urgency there.
that is one of the things I think we all, or a lot of people who think the other way, underestimated the impact on Patriots fans that Tom Brady leaving would have, because I don't think it still hasn't happened with a lot of fans, to switch the mindset of that's not it's not just an easy 6 wins anymore. That's no or 5-1 with the one loss being in Miami. Like that's not what it is anymore. The AFC East, arguably, I think when it's all said and done, going into next year or this year, whatever you want to call it, could be one of, if not the toughest or most competitive division in football. Assuming the Jets do get Aaron Rodgers, which, by the way, as of this recording, he still has not signed with the Jets. I swear to God, if he does not go with the Jets, I will come on here and throw a party. But we'll wait for
champagne.
We'll wait for that.
It'll be like the world's greatest episode of Punk'd.
But like if now to kind of bring a little bit of reality in there, of like if you did get Lamar Jackson, Hunter Henry's gone, Trent Brown most likely is gone.
Devontae Parker's gone.
Devontae Parker is gone. And then and now they're talking about maybe Dietrich Wise may have to go to save room there, which I don't know where that came, but whatever. So you lose some pretty important pieces on offense. So in Liam, you brought up, so who is he going to throw to? Because if that happens, you can kiss DeAndre Hopkins goodbye. Jerry Jeudy might cut, but I doubt it, because if the Patriots are going to get Lamar Jackson, they're going to have to give up 2 firsts. Whether it's this year and next year or next year in 2025.
And then you think we're going to trade 2 seconds for Jerry Jeudy?
Kiss Jerry Jeudy goodbye. Kiss DeAndre Hopkins goodbye.
Yeah.
Kiss. I mean, if you guys think that or not you guys, generalization. If people think that losing Jacoby Myers is going to upset the fan base or upset players who are like, damn, you have a homegrown guy who goes. What do you think is going to happen if you bring in someone and you let go of all these people for an outside person? It's gonna rub people the wrong way. A lot of people like Lamar Jackson in the league. I get that, but like people are gonna look at that and say, "Oh, so you just kind of more like all this stuff." People, I mean, you cut Devontae Parker, who you didn't even give him a fair shake. Hunter Henry, you cut him. He's your number one tight end.
Jones a fair shake.
You don't give Mac Jones a fair, and then you cut Trent Brown, which I mean, people may not. Oh
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no,
but it's like so you're gonna have Lamar Jackson with Mike Gesicki, who it's his first year in the offense. You're going to have him throw into Kendrick Bourne, Tyquan Thornton. That does it for you. That's what gets your.
And Lamar doesn't want that either.
I keep forgetting Juju. No, he doesn't either. And then you're not going to have a first round pick for the next 2 years. So because you're probably going to suck this year or not do too well this year because you have an entire new offense. I think Bill O'Brien could figure it out because I mean, he's an offensive coordinator, so I'm pretty sure he could figure out what to do.
I think we'd be competent, but it's not going to be anything dynamic.
How much better would you be? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And also,
not that much.
All of this doesn't matter because he always gets hurt. Like the best asset is availability. You're never available. Yeah, it's like there are just so many reasons why this could never, ever happen. Like let's wager 4 damn good or above average players for one guy that is, only getting more hurt. You don't get more healthy as your career goes on.
No, especially at a position like his, which I mean, in grit, I don't want it to come out that I have that like I'm saying that he's not good.
Yeah,
he's very good. I feel like I have to keep saying that, but it's just like I don't want to mortgage the team and then have to pay. You're going to pay him a shit ton of money. And again, you can do what you want to do with the cap. But Lamar Jackson has said that he wants to get paid what he feels he's worth. There's a lot of numbers out there that people say that he was demanding 200 million, 240, fully guaranteed, mostly guaranteed. Either way, it is 44 million a year or more. That is a shit ton of money. He's going to want a lot of guaranteed because he knows that he gets injured a lot. He knows that probably 3 or 4 years from now, he's done. His prime is done. This is his prime this year and maybe 2 years from now.
And this makes me think we look at Josh Allen right now. He's a scrambling quarterback, has had no injury problems to speak of anyway, certainly nothing serious. But the way he runs gives us pause, gives us
runs
concern.
Like Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. You're like, he will probably get hurt at some point. So that makes you cautious. And then you look at Lamar Jackson, who does the same thing. And he's already been hurt. You're like, all right, well, if we're going to trade for Josh Allen, you can hope and pray that nothing happens. But with Lamar, you're like, the evidence is right there. The proof is in the pudding. He'll probably play 5 games next year. Pointless. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed, and this kind of brings me to another thing that I was thinking. This is really going to be the first time that I've ever really spoken ill of this person. But you can kind of track all this back to one person that really didn't have to say shit, because what Robert Kraft did was drop a bomb that did
Meek
not
Mill
need
thing?
to be dropped.
Mhm.
That is what started this entire thing.
Was
because
that him
before
that did that?
yes, it was. Because before this,
Yeah,
there
that's
were always
fucking
the
dumb.
little, you'd see the tweets here and there. If the Patriots can get Lamar Jackson, they shouldn't. Here's why. If they should, here's pros and cons. Yeah, sure. It's always fun to think about that. But what, Robert Kraft, you are the owner of a team. Why are you pulling a Jerry Jones and distracting shit for no reason? Why are you saying, yeah, Meek Mill texted me last night or a couple days ago saying Lamar wants to play for the Patriots, but hands up, that's Bill. That's all Bill. And I'm not saying that he was throwing Bill under the bus at all. I'm just kind of exaggerating how he might have said it. But still, why even say that, dude? Because you're not stupid. You're 112 years old. You've been around forever. You know what that does. You know, because the second that happened, you have people, reporters from Boston tweeting, now that the Patriots are directly linked to Lamar Jackson. Directly linked how? From a text from when Meek Mill and Lamar Jackson were probably hanging out, getting drunk, getting high, whatever. And Lamar Jackson probably saw something and he was like, damn it, you know what? I wouldn't mind being a Patriot. That'd be fun over there. Seems cool. That is probably the extent of what happened. And then you have Meek Mill was probably like, you know what? I'm going to text that motherfucker right now. Hey, yo, RKK. Lamar Jackson wants to play for you. And then Robert Kraft probably just popped 8 Viagra and he was like, you know what? I'm going to bring this shit up next week. And I'm not talking shit about Robert Kraft. I love him.
No,
but
of course.
Still,
He's a great
why
guy.
say that?
And you know how that ends? He walks downstairs, brings it up to Bill, and Bill goes, nope, and then shuts the door, conversation over.
Yeah,
I bet Bill didn't humor it for a second. I bet Belichick's like, no.
It just, I was trying to think, what is
that.
the reason? What is the reason for him to say that? Like, to say that publicly. If he wants to say that to Belichick, if he wants to say that to whoever, even if he wanted to, which I don't think Kraft would do this because I don't think that this is where the leaks come from, but even if he wanted to leak that to Schefter or Rappaport or someone, whatever, because then you have the possible deniability where it's like, I don't know where that came from. Like, he didn't text me, whatever. Why would you say that when you got a bunch of reporters around, when you know that everything you say is going to be nitpicked, especially after Belichick's comments the day before, which we'll get into a little later?
It's
why
not
would
very
you even bring
Patriot
it
way
up?
like.
It's not even that. It's just not smart. Like, why are you bringing that up? I don't get it.
Oh, it's simple. It's very simple. Because it gets people talking about the Patriots and it gets them back in the limelight. It's
Jerry Jones shit.
It's cliche, but hey, listen, the Patriots haven't been relevant for a couple of years as far as the playoffs are concerned. Yeah, they made the playoffs in 21.
What is that phrase? Any publicity is good publicity or something like that?
Bingo.
It's terrible, but
gets people talking.
Yeah.
Gets people wanting to be excited. It's not, and I know you get it. It's not a great reason, but that's why these owners will come out and say outlandish things.
Yeah, because we do have to remember that. And I know, like, Robert Kraft, we all see him in a certain light. And I think the league sees him in a certain light. He is different from other owners, but we still have to remember he is still an owner. He is still a billionaire who is still running a team. His team hasn't been doing well. Granted, they have still been the topic of the league because every single conversation, every single talk show, Belichick or the Patriots get brought up one way or another, whether it's good or bad. So the name is still out there. I get what you're saying, Al. If anything, that just pisses me off more because it's like, what, dude, there was no need for that, because if that did not happen, we would still be talking about, well, hey, it seems like the Patriots are out on Hopkins. Everybody's waiting all day. You have not heard a peep about Hopkins and Jeudy since Kraft dropped that bomb. It just, I don't get it, because before then, like I said, you've seen people kind of being like, oh, the Patriots should go after him. But after Kraft said that, it got ramped up to 100. You had so many articles, blogs, think pieces, tweets where you have to click see more so you can see all the goddamn characters on the thing.
If that's the
And
case,
it's
I
like,
never see more.
I very rarely don't. Yeah, that's a little PSA. Stop. No one wants to click see more because sometimes I want to, and I'm like, you sons of bitches. But like, why say that? That made me kind of raise my eyebrow. Like, what? And then you have people saying because of how he ended it, saying, but that's Bill's thing, or like, that's paraphrasing.
Yeah.
However he
That's
said
up
it.
to Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, that's up to Bill. Why? Because you know what that reeks of? That reeks of Deflategate. When Belichick said that you'd have to check with Tom, or like that's the quarterbacks or something like that, talking about the air pressure in the balls.
Blame
and
deflecting,
it's like,
would that be?
who knows? Yeah, just passing the buck. It just why? It pisses me off because I hate this fan base right now. And this comment just made me hate everything even more. And it's like you just everything from now, we're not even talking about adding players. We're not even talking about being hopeful for the team. We're talking about let's get Lamar Jackson here. If it doesn't happen, it's a failure for Belichick because Lamar clearly wants to play here. You have Devin McCourty on Good Morning Football saying, yeah, the Patriots should call up on it. And now people saying another Patriot wants Lamar Jackson here. And that's all this
A team that's in
because
worse
Robert
condition
Kraft
doesn't even want him. The Falcons don't even want Lamar Jackson.
No,
like,
they
why
want
the fuck would
Desmond
the
Ridder.
Patriots want him?
No,
Yeah.
it's very clear where Lamar Jackson's going to end up. It's so obvious.
Where do you
Tell
think?
me.
The Colts?
Yeah, Colts. They need a quarterback. They've needed a quarterback for like 3-4 years.
And guess what? The Colts will do shit. There'll be a team, Liam, like you said, that has an exciting season. They'll win some games. They'll be kind of in it for 3/4 of the season, and then teams will start to pull away, and the Colts won't because there'll be a bad team with an exciting quarterback, and that's what the Patriots will be if they give up 2 picks. All their salary cap, which I don't want to hear shit about. Oh, well, the cap is crap. Then why doesn't anybody sign everybody? So like, it's not crap. It's like, like
I can totally see the Colts starting 9-0 and then losing all 8 games.
Yeah, and then ending 9-8 and missing the play. Like it's very, very plausible because he'll be on a shitty team, so he'll try to do more, and then he'll get hurt, and then his career will be cut even more short. There was no reason for Kraft to say this. There's no good reason to say that the Patriots should mortgage so many positions in so much draft capital just for a quarterback who is really good, but starting to show his injury, that he's injury prone strictly because of how he plays. It just, I don't get it. It shouldn't happen. Yeah. And now, and then just like the ricochet shot that Mac Jones is probably looking at this shit like, goddamn, like pretty much everybody has admitted that last year Mac Jones didn't get a fair shake at what was going on. But
I wouldn't say everyone. There's still a lot of Bailey Zappi fans out there.
Yeah, true. But the majority,
it takes anyone with
people...
sense to realize this is a strange hypothetical. Like when we talked about Aaron Rodgers a couple episodes ago, we can kind of end on this. Who would you rather have between Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers at this point in their careers?
Lamar Jackson.
You hate them both, I know.
I don't like either one, but and you know what the thing is? I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers because I you know what it is? I think I'm just biased towards seeing quarterbacks who strictly or like over half of their game is running. Seeing how that happens. Look what it eventually happened with
Aaron
Russell
Rodgers
Wilson.
will give you 3 healthy seasons. Like, and then if he retires, then so be it. But like
it just I don't know.
It's a dumb hypothetical. Like it's fun. It's fun to think about, but it's dumb as in like the fact that it'll never fucking happen. It'll truly never happen. Though that's like as likely as the Chiefs trading Patrick Mahomes. Like he's not going anywhere. He's there forever. Although we did say that about Peyton Manning, but still.
If it does happen though, we will come in here. We'll talk about it. Of course, I'll say Super Bowl back on. Yeah. I'm a goddamn Patriot honk, and I'll take a couple hours to kind of cry for a little bit, and then I'll twist my mind.
Which is a great segue into our next topic here. Al, I know you were looking at the Patriots record projections for this upcoming season, and we know Mike just answered that question right here and now. He thinks we're going 17-0, sweeping the playoffs, and then we win the Super Bowl 47.
Let me check the schedule. Maybe 16-1. Keep talking.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, they play the Eagles, so they lose that one, but.
Shut the fuck up. Eagles fan, son of a bitch.
Al, you want to take the floor here?
Yeah. So in case people have forgotten, betting is legal now in Massachusetts.
But it is.
So took a look at DraftKings the other day, and they have the win totals up for the NFL. And that includes our New England Patriots. Does anybody want to take a guess as to what the win total is for the Patriots?
Last year it was 8.5, if I remember correctly. And we
Correct.
sucked. I want to say 6.5. It's probably somewhere in the middle.
Mike?
I think I remember what you said.
Oh, you told
I
us? Oh shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, 7.5. 7.5, right?
Shows how much I
I
pay
remember.
attention.
It is 7.5. So 7.5 is the total, minus 120 for the over, and even money for the under. So that would mean they'd have to go 6-11.
Yep.
Or
The
sorry,
dates
7 and 10.
aren't-
Seven and 10.
Yeah, 7 and 10.
The schedule, by the way, quick, just because I'm pulling it up, they don't have the exact schedule out. They just have the
Yeah,
opponents.
who
correct?
they playing. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right,
Yep.
cool. Keep going. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Because I got
So-
them pulled up. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
So
we
here's-
play the NFC East, baby.
Here's what I want, Mike. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to read me the schedule, and I'll give you an honest wins and losses just based on their opponents.
Yeah. I think we should do that just quick, not thinking too
Yeah.
much into it.
No,
just
no.
kinda
It's
quick,
like
quick
we'll
couple
do it.
seconds.
We'll do it
Quick couple
more
seconds
as the
each
season
week.
gets closer. But
Yeah.
yeah, just
All right.
quick.
All right. So you got so I'm going to give you home then away. So
Yep.
home and I'll go both of you, then I'll answer too. So home Buffalo Bills.
Loss.
Dub.
I'm going to say win on that one.
That's right. Fuck you, Al.
Colts
Win.
Dub.
win. Commanders
Win.
win. Chargers
Win.
go with
We
the-
smoke the Chargers every
I'll-
time.
I'll go with the win.
yeah
Yep.
yeah I'm going win too. Chiefs
Loss.
Yeah, that's a tough. No. Bill plays Patty Mahomes tougher than anyone. I'll say win too. Fuck him.
I gotta say loss. I don't want to. I mean, I have them winning the first four fucking games here.
I do too.
Dolphins.
Dub.
I'll go win.
I'm gonna say win here. Eagles.
Loss.
I'm gonna say loss because it's one of those out of market games.
Are
Whatever
you
it is
keeping
with
track,
us.
by the way, of what we both say?
L7 weenie.
No.
Me neither.
Then what are we doing here, Mike?
Listen.
That's a lot of
Jeepers,
multitasking.
bro,
Al,
dude.
you're the
I know.
math teacher.
No.
We figured
I
you were
got it.
doing
I
this
got
in
it
your
now.
head.
I got it now. We're gonna.
I do
we're gonna go
math
back
from
through.
7:45 until 2:45. After that, my brain shuts off with numbers for the day.
Okay. We're
You have
going
to do
back
a tip
through.
in a
Al,
restaurant. You're like,
Al,
yeah.
Al, Bills at home. You said loss.
Correct.
You said loss. Me and Liam said win. Colts. We all said win.
Yep.
Win. Commanders. We all said win. Win. Chargers.
Win.
We all said win. Good choice because yeah, like Liam said, we do kind of school the Chargers. Chiefs.
Loss.
Loss.
Win.
I said loss. You said win. Dolphins.
Win.
I'll go with the win too.
Win. Yeah, it's at home, so I figured win. Eagles. I think we all went
Loss.
loss, right? Loss, unfortunately. Loss. Oh my
That's
god, this
right.
pendulum. Loss. Good
You guys
shit.
remember when Cam Newton beat the Chargers 45-0 on the Patriots?
You mean when the defense balled out that game? Yeah, I remember. And the
Saints.
special teams.
The special
Saints
teams
at
balled
home.
out, you jackass. We had a special teams touchdown. Get it right.
Saints at home. I'm going to win.
I'm going loss.
Saints suck. All right, interesting.
Going loss. Famous
Um,
Jameis going to be out there stealing them crab legs.
This is on the road. You said on the road or at home?
yeah,
This
in
is
the
home.
Superdome.
This is still home. This is still home.
Oh, this is home. Oh, never
I'll-
mind. Then
I'll
I'll
win.
go with the win.
This
Yeah.
is still home. Okay,
Win.
yeah. Everything I'm saying now is
I
home.
forgot.
Actually,
Yeah.
this is the last home game. Jets,
Win.
Yeah,
even with Rodgers, assuming
they don't
get
have
him.
Rodgers, so
They'll at least split.
Okay, good shit. All right, so far I'm just saying we all have them at least either over or one game within that 7.5. But
Oh.
let's proceed. Away at the Bill. Okay, these are all away. Bills.
L.
win.
I'm going L. Broncos.
Dub.
L. That's going to be
Slam
the game.
dunk.
That's going to be the game that they should win that they lose this year. It's going to be their one.
Okay.
They should have
All
had a
right.
game.
All right. I like it. Liam, I already know what you're going to pick for this one, so I'll mark it down. Cowboys. Okay. Yeah.
L.
I don't even need to say it.
I'm going
Dak
win.
Prescott.
I
Ugh.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't have faith in the Cowboys. Dolphins. I'm gonna go loss. I'll go loss
L.
against the Dolphins.
I'll agree with you there.
Loss. Giants. I'm going win.
I'm gonna
Loss.
That's the one where I think they pull out a game that they shouldn't. I'm gonna go a win for that one.
No,
like
I'm
that.
saying that's my surprise game that they lose. I think they should beat the Giants.
Jets in New York.
L.
I'm still going win. Fuck the
Win,
Jets.
yeah. The Jets. I don't care if Jesus Christ Superstar is their quarterback. They're losing.
Raiders in Vegas.
Dub.
Sorry, Josh.
I'm going L. I'm going loss.
Actually, Josh McDaniels just played them tough.
This to me is the game where it's going to be, Bill lost a second game to McDaniels. Has he lost it? He couldn't get Lamar Jackson in the offseason. Last one here, Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Dub.
Dominating dub. They win by 40.
So the over-under was 7.5, correct?
Yep.
Al, you have the Patriots winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. Liam, you have them winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games.
Damn right.
14 games. My bad, 14. I have them winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. So
wow, I was the most optimistic of the bunch.
You guys were tied.
No, he got me by 1. But either way, still, so
okay.
So the Patriots being over under 7.5. Why?
The thought process is clear.
7 games.
We've all been saying, everyone I've talked to seems to think the Patriots are going to be the worst in the division.
Oh yeah. They're going to lose. Everybody, I mean, granted, they were 1 game away from making the playoffs last year, but one game away. But I mean, that means nothing because I get it. What ifs? I understand. But what is 7.5? So you're telling me they're going to lose to the likes of the Saints, of the Jets, probably twice they'd have to. You're telling me they're going to lose to either the Colts or the Commanders? Are you fucking kidding me? They're going to lose to the Chargers, who we own all the time. The Cowboys. No,
never.
Which I mean,
except for that one time, but that was because Jalen Mills had a pulled hammy. Like, you give him a break.
Always injured. The Broncos. Russell Wilson sucks. I don't care if Sean Payton pulls 8 rabbits out of his ass. That's not going to happen. And then the Steelers
gets benched.
The Steelers are bad. People are talking about Belichick. How should he be on the hot seat? Mike Tomlin should have been on the hot seat 8 seasons ago. Like, get out of here. Over exaggerating, but still, so 7. I don't know. You guys are more of the betters than I am. Why is this set so low?
Oh, it's clear. People think that the Jets are going to get Aaron Rodgers. They think that Jalen Ramsey is going to have a dynamic impact and that Tua is going to come back to full strength and rain hellfire like he did for those 2 games last year. And the Bills, people assume they're not going to fall off. I think they will. I thought it was going to be last season, but much like Mike's DeAndre Hopkins hope, where each week is the week that we get DeAndre Hopkins, each year is the year that the Bills fall apart. And this upcoming year is that year.
Liam kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, the Ramsey acquisition, the Rodgers potential acquisition, the Bills still having a really good roster, according to a lot of people in the NFL. I mean, when you got 3 teams in your own division and you got to play them 6 out of 17 games.
6 out of 17.
Yeah,
17 games.
That's a little bit over a third of your games.
Good
so,
math.
and then you got the Eagles, you got the Cowboys, you got the Commanders, and you got the Giants, who we know they were competitive last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing the Chiefs. They're playing the Raiders. They're playing the Chargers. Playing the Broncos, AFC West again. I don't want to say difficult, but it's competitive. And then the Steelers, people think are going to make a jump. So that's why it's set
jump
so
off
low.
the bridge. Let me ask you guys, because right now we're operating, and let me kind of tie it to previous topic. right now we're operating if they have Mac Jones. You think if they have Lamar Jackson, do your win totals change that much?
I think it goes up just
It-
because of the
it-
hype.
I think
How many games?
I think it goes up
Nine-
to.
nine
I
and
think
a
it goes
half.
up to 9.5.
Yeah.
But for you guys, not the because I think that when lines and stuff gets put out, I think that that's a little bit more than just actually. I think it's a business as well. So they want to put things out there. Just
Yeah.
your guys like individual win loss things. Does it impact it that much for you? Just like the normal fan looking at this. To me,
think
I don't.
they
Maybe
wouldn't
one
win.
game, if that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like one game, like 11-6.
Yeah, but like I can
team.
see how these Vegas trends work. Me and Al
Mhm.
thought the exact same thing for a reason. Like we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
It's kind of clear. And honestly, I think like to bet on the Patriots at over 7.5 would be great, a great investment right now. You guys know how I roll. I like to look at history, and history repeats itself in real life and in sports. And we don't have to look any farther than just last year. The Colts were far and away favorites to win their division. They almost had the first overall pick.
Mhm.
The Broncos were one of the highest bet on teams to be awesome last year. Everyone picked their over. They went heavy under. Everyone picked the Seahawks to be under. They went way over. I was one of those idiots. There was also the Raiders. Everyone thought the Raiders would be awesome. They weren't. So there's
People
all
thought the
these
Raiders
teams,
and the Broncos were sneaky Super Bowl picks.
dude, they were both at 9.5. I bet the Raiders and the Seahawks were. I bet the Broncos as well. Ate shit on that, and then I bet the Seahawks under, which was like 5.5, and the Seahawks blew that away halfway through the season. So this is just all based on hype, and they want people to bite on the instinct, much like me and Al pointed out. Like, oh no, the Patriots haven't made any dynamic moves. Every other team looks better on paper. The Patriots are screwed. The Chiefs did not look like a great team last year. They won the championship. On paper, no one thought the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. They thought they'd be good, but they thought they'd take a step back. It's all based on hype.
Let me ask you something, because I genuinely do not know. Like my knowledge of any sort of how betting works is not there. I understand over under. I get that, lines, parlay. I understand words.
Yeah.
If you were, so right now, if you were to put whatever on the Patriots going,
If you gave me a free $500,
yeah. So
we'll use that.
so for instance, how would that work? So yeah. So say I gave you money right now, like how does that work? If I say the Patriots are going to win more than 7.5 games.
Yeah. So would you say the odds were -120, Al?
Yeah.
So you put 500 on it and win 400 something. Al could do the mental math there.
Yeah. So if you put that down, because the way it works, Mike, is it's based out of 100. So if it's minus, then whatever that amount is, you would make 100 if you won it.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
-120 to win 100. The easy way to do it would be -480. You'd win $400. So you'd win
Yes.
around 420, like 420 if you bet 500. You
Nice.
get the payout.
Because
Something like that.
correct me if I'm wrong. If the odds are plus whatever,
Then
you
you win
would
more
win.
money.
Then you
would
can win
okay,
more.
yeah.
Then
So
$100 would win you
Yeah.
more.
Right.
Would win
So
you X amount more depending on
exactly.
what it is.
So
Yeah.
if it was
Okay,
plus,
I thought that's how.
yeah. So if it was plus 120 and you bet $100, you'd win 120 as your payout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Because I saw that and I was like, I gotta ask the guys how this works, because like I full well believe the Patriots will at the very least, taking my it's Super Bowl every year, at the very least they're going to win more than 7 games.
Yeah.
I don't see 10 losses here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the Patriots, I think, have the second or third, or I think the toughest schedule based on
Toughest. It's the
restrictions
toughest.
and all that, which again, that's kind
Yeah.
of whatever, because it's all based on what their records last year and then what they're projected to do this year too. So it's kind of, I don't know, but yeah, I think if you are a betting man or woman, I would assume my 2 cents, the Patriots are going to win more than 7 games.
Yeah.
I don't. That's just me.
I think it's a classic trap. It's a smoke screen, much like I bid on last year and fell for, and thousands of others along with me. They're just trying to lure you in off hype. That's why I think they're -120 for a reason. Like for a season bet, that's pretty bad odds. Like they are quite convinced the Patriots will go over that mark.
Yeah, and that's why like when I see that, like whenever I see, you know, like, talk shows, whatever, talking, oh god, you know, Vegas has Patriots over under at 7.5. They're gonna suck, aren't they? It's like I don't think that's what it means. That's not.
Yeah,
I
because you
feel
got to
like
look at the
that's not.
odds too.
Yeah, it's very much a business. Vegas, they want you to bet on thing. And like, Grant, don't get me wrong, it's still an educated thing because you know they're not going to put bullshit out there because then nobody would put any faith in it and the business would collapse. But like, just because the odds or the over under set at a certain number doesn't mean that the team that they think the team's going to suck or be good or whatever. It's literally all odds. They want you to bet. They want to make money. They want people to win a little money, so they'll bet more. So it's a whole thing. So I don't know. I think so. Are we all in agreement though that the Pats are going to win more than
7.5? Yeah,
games?
I would go over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see absolutely no reason not to think that.
It is going to be funny because come week 10 or 11, or shit, I mean, if you want to get crazy, week 9, when the Patriots win their 8th game or something like that, I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Remember when everybody was freaking the fuck out saying, oh, over under 7.5? Yeah. Idiots everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm still fired up about Kraft saying that shit about Meek Mill. That's just crazy to me.
I just laugh at it. It's very that relationship is just so funny.
So weird.
I can't imagine them hanging out.
I was texting someone today and they were like, wait, what? Why did Meek Mill text like Kraft? Like, you know, it's almost like a Mad Lib where it's like you just throw words out there and it's like, oh, that this is crazy. It's like, no, they have this weird friendship.
Talk about like strange friendships. Have you guys ever seen that Skip Bayless and Lil Wayne hang out? Like, I can't imagine what they have to talk about.
They were over his house like a couple weeks ago or something. Yeah.
I'm like,
celebrities,
what do you guys have in common? Exactly. Yeah,
Wild.
It must just be like, I'm so famous. You're so famous. Like,
wow, man. The Illuminati is crazy, man. There's a lot of people in the Illuminati. A lot of people in that shit.
Lil Wayne, one of them. Wheezy.
So I believe. I feel like the majority of people in rap who have like made it big. All right, Jay-Z owns the Illuminati.
Oh, 100%. Beyonce does. Beyonce owns Jay-Z.
Oh, come on. The Illuminati doesn't let women run shit. That's not how they roll. They're so old. They don't believe in that. They haven't progressed with the times. That'll be like Tuck Rule Takes After Dark. We'll have like a quick episode about that.
After dark.
So I think we'll end it with just the never ending saga of DeAndre Hopkins and Jerry Jeudy. And we're not going to spend a long time on this because there's really no news other than fucking what's his name, Calvin Anderson doing an emoji under Jerry Judy's thing, which could mean something, who knows. This is cryptic tweet season, as we all know. What are your guys' confidence levels on either guy coming to New England? Both guys, not both, but either or. That's what I mean. Obviously they're both not coming.
As of right now, I'd say Jeudy is 50-50. And I would say Hopkins is 70-30 toward no.
Damn.
I hate that.
I know.
But I see it, but I get it.
I hate saying it.
I get it. Liam?
I don't think we're getting either one. Like,
I knew you were going to say that too.
I think it's very unlikely we get either. Honestly, I think it's more likely it's like we get like a surprise one that no one heard of, like, or no one even thought of. Like, if we do get a receiver, I feel like
Mike Evans
would be like
or some shit.
A random one. Yeah. Like Chris Godwin, somebody fucking random. Like,
I wouldn't mind Chris Godwin.
Brandon Ayuk, even though they just picked up his 5th-year option.
I do love Brandon Ayuk, but no. Like, I think it'd be something like that, like a disgruntled receiver on a team that no one knew anything about, and then the Patriots trade for him, and half the teams are like, whoa, didn't know he was even available, which would be cool. But I think it's very unlikely we get 2 of the publicized guys that we've been after.
There's a disgruntled guy over in Vegas that would
tickle.
That would, tickle the balls of some people over here.
It would
I
certainly
won't say
tickle
his
my
name
balls
because I don't want to jinx it. But
but he already put out those posts that he's like, oh, like I'm happy to be here, blah blah blah. Like whether it's true or not is up for interpretation. Yeah, that would be a dynamic signing. But I know even that.
I know Philip.
The Illuminati got to him, told him to tweet that.
He
shit,
would.
Whatever.
I would do unspeakable things to have Philip Dorsett back in the Patriots.
He would be fucking. But yeah, so Jerry Jeudy did tweet out the with the emoji with the finger over the mouth. Then Calvin Anderson obviously replied underneath it, did the same emoji. Connect dots if you want, I'll connect them. Calvin Anderson was on was on the Broncos. Funny, Jerry Judy's on the Broncos right now. Who knows? I think that Al, kind of like what you said, where you said you thought it was nothing. I would lean that way, even though, of course, you want it to mean something. I would lean that way if there was no comment from a Patriots player. Again, still could definitely be nothing. Like I think I even said, I'm still like 70-30, 60-40, that it is kind of just, Twitter negotiating or just, friends kind of being like, yeah, I want you here. I'm sure they've had some sort of conversations where Calvin Anderson's like, dude, come over here. It's nice. And Judy's like, tell my team. Like, I don't really have a say, which is another thing. Going back to Lamar Jackson, why would the Ravens trade Lamar Jackson to the Patriots? In what world?
Because that's the team that they could get the most for him.
Yeah, but I don't. You're telling me another team wouldn't give up 2 firsts for Lamar Jackson?
Like, I think it's a red flag that the Falcons don't want him. What do the Falcons have to lose?
Like, the Falcons have shit. The fact that Jim Irsay, old drunk bastard over there, is like, it's a lot of money. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I mean, I can't imagine Lamar Jackson would get along with all the hicks up in Indiana. Like, that doesn't seem like his kind of fan base to me.
No. I mean, but racist Boston doesn't either. So
yeah, no, certainly not.
But yeah, that was just one last little sprinkle I wanted to throw in. I thought I forgot about that. Like, why would the Ravens trade to a rival? Whatever.
You're really fired up about this.
Dude, I don't want Lamar Jackson. I
don't blame you.
Well, if the Greg Bedard report is true and the article is true, then they're not going to pursue him anyway.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to worry about.
Tell the fan base. Tell them that. I am so sick of it. I peruse Twitter on my days off because that's all I do. Because I am that. I sit at home. I watch DC or Marvel movies, and I just scroll through Twitter. That is all I do. All I fucking do. Except last week, I watched the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is
awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing. But that's all I do. And I'm so sick of scrolling and get Lamar here no matter what. Like, yeah, dude, get him. Trade Mac Jones 8 first. I'll bring him here. Super Bowl back.
I'll bring him here.
Yeah, dude, I'll get him. People post that stupid fucking picture of the dude at Logan Airport where it's like Lamar Jackson spotted.
Now that's dumb. I hate that thing so much.
Dude, imagine who that guy is looking at those pictures. He's like,
dude.
I'm like, DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson. Whoa.
I am sure that, like, and because I know that people do it in jest, it is a joke, but I'm still just like, enough. Like, people even do it for like white guys. I remember people like, oh, Adam Thielen spotted in Logan. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Like,
that
dude's a financial advisor. That is not Adam Thielen.
Bringing it back to Hopkins and Jeudy. I wanted DeAndre Hopkins just because name value. Like I told you guys, I didn't really see much of Jeudy play. Once I found out he was tall, I'm all in on Jeudy. For some reason, I thought he was
like
crazy Cook short.
That's what that
is. I'll say it. I'm heightist. That's what we are in Boston. We're heightist.
We're not racist.
But
we're heightist.
I think I would say it's kind of 50-50 on Hopkins because I don't think that there's all these teams in on Hopkins as people say. I think the odds that Jeudy comes here are actually maybe 60-40. I think it's a little bit higher. I think that the odds are he does come here just because,
the Calvin Anderson thing is weird. It
is weird, right? Right. Like, I mean, I know that it might not mean everything, but it does mean something, right? Like it is a little bit, maybe kind of.
I think it's gotta be.
Sort of like I think Ali. I think Liam, you even said it. You were like kind of a dickhead thing to do if you're just throwing like smoke out like that, like
right?
Because he's on the Patriots, so if he did that and we don't get Jerry Jeudy, I already don't think he's very good, and I don't think he's going to make a difference on the team. If he pulled this shit just to fuck with me, I'm angry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He could say this. The Patriots still could not end up getting him. But as long as like, and we'll never know, but as long as like things were close or like there were or like he had a reason to tweet it and it's like, okay, like he might know something. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm not going to do the do the clip of by this time next week. I think I'm jinxing, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it.
Yeah.
I think I'll say by this time next week, DeAndre Hopkins will not be on the Patriots. Like that is
That's
my
more like it.
thing.
There
You know,
you go.
little
Reverse
reverse
psychology.
psychology.
Love
Yeah,
it,
and then
love
before
it.
I know it,
By
we'll
this
end
time
up-
next week, I'll still be miserable.
yeah, and
By this
we'll
time
come on
next
here.
week, Liam will be the biggest Juju Smith-Schuster fan in the world.
Yeah, we
I got
can't.
one
We
for-
can't even
by this
reverse
time next
psychology
week.
that.
Cam Newton will have a job. He won't
That's just fucked up.
because he sucks. But yeah, I'm hoping. I hope Patriots just get Jerry Jeudy, roll into the year, win over under 7.5 games. Everything works out well. Lamar Jackson goes to the Colts, has a nice little 8 and
We
9
win the
year,
Super Bowl.
makes his money. Patriots win the Super Bowl, beat. I don't know.
Who gives
Quick,
a fuck?
last quick thing. You guys see the weird post Tom Brady posted? He's doing some weird things.
I
Not
don't
even that it
care.
was weird.
I don't care.
He put it was like a
Yeah.
boys' summer beach trip with Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman,
Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine, like very. I saw someone tweeted something, and it was like this is like the rich version of like you going out to the bar with your friend and like your friend posting all the pictures, like yeah we're out here, and you're like yeah well, but then like you're really crying when the pictures aren't being taken.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's how it is. So I don't. The less Tom Brady in my life I see, the better. And I saw that, and they're like
It's been
professional
fabulous
pictures too.
recently.
It's very weird. So it's like were they just hanging out, and they were like, "Hey guys," Brady, came down from his villa, and he was just like, "Hey, I have this professional photographer. We could take some pictures." And like, of course, Amendola's into it because he's whatever. Edelman goes with the flow because he does whatever too. So they all take pictures.
He likes to get
Or
his
like,
picture taken. He's pretty.
or like, did they literally just have this photo shoot and nobody, like afterwards, they all just dapped up and went their separate ways? I don't know. I want to know, but I don't want to know because it sickens.
would love
I
for
don't
that
need
be
to
a
see Tom
setup.
Brady with his shirt off anymore in my life. Anymore.
No.
I've seen enough of it. Do you guys have any parting thoughts on anything at all before we get out of here?
Don't fuck with me, Calvin Anderson.
Calvin
Go,
Anderson.
go
I
get a
can't.
big name receiver.
Or
Slade
we get
Bolden-
Lamar
Slade
Jackson
Bolden's
and we
still out
put him
there?
at wide receiver. Everyone's happy.
I saw a tweet where it was like Mahomes handing off to Lamar Jackson. It was like it's time. I was like, Jesus Christ, the world would burn. I will say this: the one pro of getting Lamar Jackson, the NFL world would. It would be. I can't even think of a move. The only move I could think that would flip the world upside down more than that is if Mahomes went to the Patriots.
Yeah.
The
Well,
NFL world would.
It's like
eat
whatever
itself.
team Tebow went to. It's like that team was automatically in the spotlight. Like if you get Lamar Jackson, you're in the spotlight.
Yeah, and
Which,
apparently
the
that's what
Colts
Kraft
desperately
wants
need.
with his stupid ass comments. So
Yeah, well,
no, the Colts need it.
he's sampling a bit too much of Meek Mill's reefer.
All right, so that was Tuck Rule Takes episode 75. Hope we did Vince Wilfork did his namesake some honor there. I feel like this was a good one. So for Al, Liam, I was Mike. I am Mike. Still Mike. Always
Was.
Mike. Was Mike.
Mikey.
We'll see you next week. And remember, DeAndre Hopkins will not be a Patriot next week.
No, not even close.
We out. Sweet feet. No one can hear anybody's sweet feet.